Good morning and welcome everyone. Today I'd like to show you how you can utilize your iPads, Dropbox, Adobe with electronic forms to capture information and also allow you to sign documents or get clients or customers to sign documents as well, which works really well when you're on site and saves a lot of time when you get back to the office where you have to duplicate your effort and key in the information. I've opened Dropbox on my iPad and I've got my JSA electronic form. So first thing I can do is open the electronic form. Now in this first case, I do currently have internet access. So when you don't have internet access, the process is slightly different and Dropbox works different as well. First thing I do is go down to the bottom right and click on the third menu icon. I then select Adobe Acrobat Reader. Now if you don't have Adobe Acrobat Reader currently installed, if you click on that, it will go through the process of asking you to install that app. So if we click on Adobe Acrobat Reader, it will then open that document within Adobe Acrobat Reader. Now if you look at the top menu, you'll see back to Dropbox. So currently, because we have internet access, we've got a direct connection back to Dropbox with this document. So if we make any changes to this document or we save it, it will save it back to Dropbox. So the first thing we can do in this case is if we're on site, we can start filling out the form. Once we've done filling out the form, what we'd like to do is actually get a signature, one from myself as the consultant and another one from my client. So we do that by coming down to the menu, the bottom menu, and the second menu icon along, we select that one. And then on the far right, the last icon on the right hand side, we can select the signature. We select create signature now. We can add our signature in, and once we've done, we can hit done. Now you do have the ability to save your signature, but I find it's better practice to actually put your signature in each time, and that way there's no issues with security or someone capturing your signature information. So right at the moment, that signature is quite large and taking up a big part of the actual form itself, and it's in red. So we'll select the signature, we'll change the size, and we'll also change the color. And now if the client wants to add one, again, same process, create signature, select done on the top right here, select the signature and adjust the size. And that's done. So now we've captured information within that JSA electronic form. So now that we've done, you can see on the top left, there's the done option. There's also on the right hand side in the same menu is undo. So you can undo any changes that you make. As I said, at the top of the window, there's the back to Dropbox menu. We select back to Dropbox. It will save the document directly back to Dropbox and overwrite the existing document. So it's important to remember that it will actually save over the existing document. If you don't want to do that, then you'll need to save a copy of it prior to going through that process. So that's it, guys. That's how simple it is. So the next thing I'd like to show you is how to go through the same process and get the same results, but by doing it without having internet access available to you. So what you do in this case, I've got my JSA electronic form as per before. So instead of linking directly into Adobe, as we did before, what we'll actually do on the top right menu, you've got your three dots, which is showing that there's additional menu items available, and we click export. So the key difference here is you're actually exporting, creating a copy of this document and sending it somewhere else. Where before it was a direct link to Dropbox and Adobe and there was no duplication, there was no copying of documents. So in this case, what we'd like to do is open and copy to Adobe Acrobat. The document's now copied to Adobe, as you can see there if I go back to local storage. And then the process is the same as it was before. You can fill out the form, you can add your signatures. So that process doesn't change once you're within Adobe Acrobat. So now that we've finished populating the electronic form, we've got our signatures, we're ready to move this document back into Dropbox where it belongs. So what we need to make sure is that we get connection back to the internet before proceeding any further. But just remember, the document is saved locally, as you can see there. So you're not going to lose your document. It is available, it's just still within Adobe Acrobat. So now we're back to the office, or we're back in range, and we've got connection back to the internet. So at this particular case, again, the process is slightly different. If we select Save to Dropbox, what that actually do is save it directly under the root of your Dropbox account and not into the folder where you want it to go. So in this case, we want to select Open In and Save to Dropbox. So now we need to select the folder to save the document back into. So we select Choose a different folder, and you select the appropriate folder for this particular document. We hit Choose down the bottom right corner and Save. Do we want to replace the existing file? In this case, yes we do. So we select Replace. So this electronic form is now saved back into Dropbox. So what we can do, just to tidy things up, if we select Back, on the top right hand corner of Adobe you've got the little tick icon. Select that, and that gives you the ability to select your documents that you have saved locally. And in this case we want to select the JSA electronic form, and down the bottom right hand corner, the far right hand side menu icon is the Delete, or recycling bin. Select that and select Delete. So now we've tidied it up and we don't have duplication. So thanks guys for listening. I hope this has been helpful and useful for you, and provide any comments, give me any feedback, let me know what you think, and I'll be back very soon. Cheers.